If you are coming to Playa del Carmen, Mexico and looking to have some fun in the sun, I'm going to show you my top picks for bars and happy hours to keep you as far away from sobriety as possible. Alright, the first happy hour doesn't start until noon, but don't worry because we can drink in public, which is a very popular activity here in Playa del Carmen. Just look at all this beer turnover in this 7-Eleven. It looks like this is probably just from one day. And some of these beers are only 15 pesos, which is like $1. But I decided to destroy my liver with this more spicy option. It was 30 pesos. And just sit here on this bench and take in the Caribbean view. Or watch all the local merchants try to sell you stuff you don't need. Though I like this guy's approach, he gives hands-free a new definition. Alright, so happy hour starts at noon. And this is the cheapest happy hour I could find in Avenida Quinta. 30 pesos for a beer here at Fah. And they have some pretty good food items too on happy hour. So each beer is like $2, and then some of the snacks like guacamole are like $4 US. And their portions here are pretty good. This was the guacamole I got. Every other place in Mexico felt like a ripoff, but this was only $4. And it gets pretty crowded at night. I would definitely check this place out. It's called Fah, and it's right in the center of Avenida Quinta. Now, if we want some actual craft beer, we have to get off Avenida Quinta and head to the beach. And look for this place here. It's called Chela de Playa. Their happy hour is from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day of the week, which knocks off 20 pesos from any of their in-house beers. I suggest getting the porter, which is 80 pesos on happy hour. For entertainment, they have this big hole in the earth. I think it's called a cenote. You can just stare into it. I've seen people do that here. Our next happy hour is a 2-for-1 deal here at Bloody Mary. This is a little bit on the north side of Avenida Quinta. It runs from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's a pretty chill vibe. A lot of times I see them put sports on TV and they have live music at night. And you can just sort of sit here and relax and watch the people stroll by. So here I paid about $6 for 2 beers, and you have to tip. I usually leave 15% on everything. Alright, so those are all of the time-sensitive happy hours. The next happy hour is across the street. It just runs all day. There are no set hours. They are very strict though. It's a 2-for-1 per person. You can't share it with your significant other. And right upstairs is Bar Loco, which we'll get to next. Last night, I swear, I saw someone who was able to jump down from the roof. I guess he didn't want to pay his bill. So here the vibe is pretty chill. You can sit back and do some people watching. If you're lucky, you may get harassed by a mariachi band on the street. And once you're drunk enough, you'll be ready to head upstairs to Bar Loco. So this place is infamous for offering cheap shots and beer. This Corona only cost me $2, and it's pretty chill during the daytime. You can get a good view of Avenida. But during nighttime, it gets crowded and a line forms out the door. Our next stop is infamous for cheap beer. It's called Cerveceria, which is like cafeteria, but for beer, I guess. Pricing is on par with Bar Loco. This beer only cost me $2, but the selection is pretty limited. You used to be able to watch sports at the bar across the street until it got shut down recently. And if you just walk around Avenida Quinta, you'll find plenty of interesting people, dogs, and other happy hours. Like this one I went to. You get 2 beers and a bunch of burritos and guacamole for like 3.49 pesos. I had it and then I found out it was actually meant for 2 people. It was a lot of food, but I highly recommend it. Before we get into nightlife, let's head to my favorite spot, Club de la Cerveza. It opens at 4 p.m. and they have a ton of craft beer options. Whatever you want in the world, you could probably find here. This banana bread here is my favorite and I can only get it at Club de la Cerveza. For nightlife, there are some dancing and salsa lessons you can go to. And there's a bar here as well, though it's a little bit pricey for beer. Now we head to the nightlife capital of Playa del Carmen. I'm of course talking about the infamous Senor Frogs that runs until 2 in the morning. They blast music, play videos, and they have some guest participation games where you can win prizes like alcohol. And the staff will jump up on the bar and dance in front of you randomly. And when they're done, they immediately sanitize the counter. They take cleanliness very seriously here. So after 2 a.m., your options become very limited. Most of these places are closed. And I kind of find it funny here. They use these chairs to keep people out, and it seems to work. Everyone's pretty trustworthy here. There are a few places that will continue to serve up until about 3 a.m., even though I don't think they're supposed to. Like this place here, Guandola, I think it's called. It was after last call when I arrived, but some girl at the bar had a big bucket of beer and just handed me one. Can't complain there. So check out these spots on your next trip to Playa del Carmen. Let me know in the comments if I missed something, and please subscribe. I'm so close to 500 subscribers. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.